Now, funding for UTEP's Aerospace Program may be in jeopardy after the National Science Foundation suspended a multi-million-dollar grant meant for the borderland. UTEP says this was due to what it describes as erroneous claims in the grant text. It forced UTEP to remove a more than 20-year tenured professor from his position as head of the Aerospace Center, which he founded. All this we have heard from city and state leaders saying they're unhappy with that decision. Our KTSM 9 News reporter Tirza Ortiz spent the day reviewing all the statements and documents related to this matter, and she's live at UTEP. And Tirza, can you explain this further? It's complicated.
That's right, Estella. It is complicated and there are many statements. However, this developing story has been going on since Monday. The investigation dates back even further. The grant proposal has been under investigation for a little bit over a month now, and UTEP claims it was aware of the incorrect statements ever since April 6, when it sent off the proposal to the National Science Foundation. All work on the Paso del Norte Defense and Aerospace Innovation Engine has come to a stop, and the program is under new leadership after UTEP released a statement saying that effective immediately, Dr. Ahsan Chaudhry, who spurred the Aerospace Center in 2001, would be replaced as head of the center. This coming after the National Science Foundation announced it was suspending its funding of $15 million over concerns of incorrect statements in the grant proposal. El Paso leaders, including Mayor Oscar Leeser, Congresswoman Veronica Escobar, and County Judge Ricardo Samaniego, expressing their concerns to UTEP's president, Dr. Heather Wilson, in a 3-page letter that lists Dr. Chaudhry's contributions to the borderland and how removing him from the program will negatively impact the community. In a statement, Dr. Chaudhry's attorney said in part, quote, "If there was anything inherently wrong with the grant or the concepts proposed in it, UTEP would not have reviewed, approved, and supported it all along. UTEP is now saying there is something wrong with the terms of the proposal." So where does that leave the Paso del Norte engine and its 18 partners? An NSF spokesperson told me in a statement, quote, "No NSF funding will go to this NSF engine, including to any of the organizations involved in the award, until the OIG can complete their review." Now, in UTEP's letter to the NSF, it does claim that part of the resources that were allegedly committed do not exist, at least to the university's knowledge. That does include off-campus research as well as airspace for testing. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, I will have more information on that condemning letter from the city and state leaders to Dr. Heather Wilson, president of UTEP. For now, live at UTEP, Tirza Ortiz, KTSM 9 News.
And we'll look for your report at 6. Thank you so much, Tirza. UTEP officials also told KTSM in part, quote, "Currently, the Aerospace Center has more than a dozen active research awards and as we bring the $80 million Advanced Manufacturing and Aerospace Center facility online next year, we will be able to expand the reach and scope of the Aerospace Center even further," end quote.